Hello and welcome back to our blind old school Ironman playthrough of Divinity Original Sin. Let's see if today we can get to some action. In all honesty, it should be the way I go. Has the best perception.
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels, criminals, scum!
Okay. 100% chance to set all primary stats lower.
Source hunter or no, not a single non-legionnaire is permitted into the treasure room. Pockets have a pesky habit of growing extra deep in such places.
Fire arrowhead. Alright, let's get out of here. So now what? Because now we visit the graveyard. But let's go to a graveyard. Then I'll circle around to a crime scene. Don't you look into side quests? There are doing a bunch of side quests I could do. What is this dude? I think I have talked to him.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there was one. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success.
With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second in command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters than he is. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth. And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, source hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction.
Alright. Well, the hell do I have 3,000 copper? Ah, it must be because of those performances. It's one initiative. That's two initiative. That's one telekinesis. And reflect damage, huh? That's one strength, one pickpocketing. That's one is sneaking, and it's unbreakable. The hell is this? A spear. Plus 11 HP. 6 meters range. It's cheap. Okay. Let's discuss the undead.
The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil after all. No longer do I feel that way though. Too many of my soldiers have fallen. The dead must be put down without mercy, if we can. The bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death.
The west, that is the left. Alright. Let's talk about matters concerning the Legion.
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you.
Let's discuss the expeditions into the Undead Lands.
If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. But so far, none of their participants have returned. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all.
Tell me about the lighthouse.
There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle every night.
Right.
The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. I fear for their safety.
Let's talk about the burial mounds.
There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them.
Okay.
There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition.
You mentioned the pact you made with your legionnaires.
So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines.
Ah.
The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
Right. It's actually very clever. Right, let's get to the catacombs, not really. Ding 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 ding
Feeling
ding
hot
ding
under
ding
the
ding
collar.
ding ding. Let me check something out. The initiative. 8 perception, 5 perception, 13 initiative. Fuck. I need her to have better initiative than him. How does he get his initiative? 7 from speed and perception, 5 from leadership, and 1 from the...
Now, where is my pepper? Did it
Jesus.
sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
So I could give this to Callisto instead. Does she have? She has the one. That's 1 leadership. Fuck.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it
Look at
sprout
that
legs and run away?
craziness.
Ah, there it is.
That's really fucking good. Okay, there is nothing I can do. Alright, let's go to the graveyard. Gravediggers you wish you hadn't. Okay.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
Oh, great, if I could talk to dogs. A show. If you find a suspicious looking mound, you may be able to dig something up.
May the seven keep you.
You don't need to. I'm not going to desecrate grounds. It's obvious this sign is telling me that's not allowed. But I do have to investigate the corpse of that dude. That's why I came here. So let's talk to someone.
Peace be with you, traveler. May your lost loved ones rest in peace.
Tell me about yourself.
I once lived a prosperous life with my husband and our happy little daughter Lonnie. But when the undead plague broke out, my dear husband was among the first killed. Lonnie never recovered from the loss. And when a group of mercenaries, predators, more aptly called, came to town dangling the opportunity to annihilate those undead devils, Lonnie lapped up their rhetoric and joined without so much as a backward glance. She was killed less than a week after she joined. Here she lies, and here I stand, mourning the death of my last joy.
Okay, I didn't see.
Peace be with you, traveler. May your lost loved ones rest in peace.
Alright.
May the seven keep you.
I cannot blindly start digging up shit. Maybe the log will tell me. Freaking dogs. Okay, let's see, maybe one of these will tell me.
Here lies
Jake.
David, who ran from the
May the
Reaper.
seven
You'll
keep
never
you.
catch me alive.
Okay.
Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb. Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Sicil pie in the afterlife? Here lies James, as usual, the filthy filler. Here lies Jacques, the
May the
oldest man
seven
in
keep
Sicil.
you.
Get off my grave, ye jackanapes.
The hell is a jackanapes?
In memory of Lonnie, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Rest in peace, darling.
Here lies Helen, killed by an enraged zombie. I'm sure we can talk this out.
Okay, I'm going to dig up Jake. Let me check the dog first. Headless Nick. I really need to start looking into some of
Rest
these
in peace,
quests.
darling.
Pretty sure this means it's done. Met a man who wanted to steal a fish, but we convinced him against it. There are two merchants mourn the loss of the ship and ask us for employment. We told them they would become part of the Fabulous Five.
Rest in peace,
Look at
darling.
this one. Met with Arhu, a wizard capable of turning himself into a cat. Told us to meet Orius, the Legion's quarters. Okay, we have already see this one. Arhu told us what happened in the night, yeah, I remember. Seemed to be nervous.
May the
He was
seven
buried
keep
soon
you.
after the murder, just East of Lord's house. Who told us Aureus, captain of the Legion? Okay, yeah, I need to dig him up. Stick him up, but I'm going to be cautious because in this game you have traps. I really hate I cannot unlink them with a single command. I can just take him out. This is Jake, isn't it?
Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
May the seven keep you.
Okay.
That's a sheep. Where's Jake's corpse?
Alright. Great.
May
So
the seven keep you.
we got James coughing and found a sheep rather than the body. Clearly someone made off with the body, but who and for what purpose? It is imperative that we find where the corpse was taken. Ah, look at this. We found the rotting remains of a sheep. Could it be birches? Should they be birches? So let's go.
May the seven keep you.
It's extremely possible it is hers. Let's go this way.
Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so. Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. I want to go home.
Oh, it
Don't
goes
we
to
all?
and fro with the city's youth. They hustle and bustle, while I sit here stagnantly and watch it all go by.
Egglander.
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth, to break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench.
This guy's an elf.
Pray, let me be forward with you, O sapling rose, O leaf of spring. For my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy kind ministrations.
Tell me about you.
I am but an aged elf that has seen the years parade in long succession. Gladly shall I tell you more. Will I regale thee, O whelp of men, with my tale? But not here, where the winds may steal my words.
Alright. How about you, there's favor you want to ask me?
You would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder, oh budding flower of the morn. Yet, that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature. So let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny. Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there, so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
Don't like this Egglander dude. I'm generally not happy with people that talk. Flourish leaf, flowers, there. With flourish. Okay, let's talk to this asshole. Obviously, there is something wrong. Maybe this is one of... Let's hope this doesn't turn into a fight. You asshole.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? A sheep? That's a whole heap of nonsense. Don't bother me with such wild tales.
Persuade this character by charming, intimidating, or reason. Your perception is high enough, you can see in brackets what answer grants the highest bonus. I have absolutely no idea. Can I see my stats? Shit. Jokester. Okay, I don't know I have used reason before. I remember that very... So I'm going with reason. Look, it's clear I'm only a few steps away from solving this mystery. If you don't tell me the truth, I'll simply find another way. Why delay the inevitable? There you go. I need to know these stats by heart for this dude. Shit. Jesus. What? It's almost as if it's all rigged. Shit.
What's to find out? You can hunt all you like, but you'll never link me to that blasted sheep. Enough of that bloody business. If you're just going to bother me about finished matters, I'd consider it a favor if you leave me be.
Okay, let's try it with her and see what her...
The dead man is nervous as a squirrel. I'm certain he's hiding something.
I am as well. I think we have very good reason to invade his privacy now. She's heartless. How? What is it said here that he is reason? I have no idea. To be honest with you. Where could I see that? I don't know. Let's try it with her.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the... Enough of that bloody business. If you're just going to bother me about finished matters, I'd consider it a favor if you'd leave me be.
Okay. think I now have a good reason to try to make him look the other way.
What's the bad news?
Anyone has some sneaking? I need to kill him, I will kill him. Now I have justification. Clearly he is hiding something. Okay, let's go with her. His asshole is...
What do you think you're doing?
I think I'll stay. Nah, not really. I don't know. Fuck. I'll take my leave then. Let's go downstairs. I'm going to start searching. I don't want the...
We'll have none of that, you hear?
Fuck, I'll take my leave. What happens if I sneak? Robert's ledger.
Lucky find!
Bucket? What? Alright, let's get out of here. I could distract him. I know I could. Could I engage him in conversation down here and get another person upstairs? In any case, I have his ledger. Let's read this. Furthermore, I find it impossible that any but Major Cecil, Captain Horus, Erlin, or Esmeralda would have been able to gain access to the body without my noticing. A corpse can just vanish into thin air. Even if it could, it's not as though a strong wind would blow back a sack of gold onto the empty slab. No, one of them must have been involved, but as long as no one goes digging up Jake's coffin, I don't see how crime will ever be traced back to me. And now I know.
What could Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, or Evelyn have to do with it?
Evelyn is the second in command? Elf-Orc blood feud. We have discovered there are 4 possible people that might have taken Jake's body. Aaron's apprentice. Who the hell is that? And Esmeralda. Where is the culprit? He or she had better start shaking it. Okay, let's talk to... Let's see if I can do that. No, let's try that from outside. Let's talk with someone. See if I can move the rest of the people.
Feeling hot under the collar? Honored to meet ya. Wish I was a source hunter. Dangerous line of work, but it's a damn sight more
Got
glorious
that, I
than
can
being a
do it.
legionnaire.
Amazing. Okay, let's do that. I think he still doesn't hate her. For some reason that no longer brings down. Sad. Alright, let's go upstairs and try to... I don't like that. She's the only one that hasn't angered him, as far as I remember.
Hey, stop that!
Apparently there is nothing. Out a gift to heal old wounds. Okay.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death?
About Jake's body.
How do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. Or perhaps I even looked forward to being found out. Well, as you know, I have my suspects in the matter. What would you like to know?
Do you suspect the mayor?
Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know? And he's the only person in town with a second copy of the key to the mortuary. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep, if he were so inclined.
Why do you suspect the captain?
Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains.
Said the same to me.
Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble, unless he knew something the rest of us don't.
Why do you suspect Ebeline?
I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in this city could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary, and there was something about her that night, some kind of excitement. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts, that there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager.
Why do you suspect Esmeralda?
I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband, and I've seen hundreds pass through my parlor.
Well, that's no surprise.
It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched. Lured me outside claiming she needed air before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the oh-so-overcome Esmeralda.
Out that bag of gold you received for keeping quiet on the body.
That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it.
Okay. I'm going with charm. Why not? Come on, you're a good man and a pillar of this community. Hand over this blood money before it stains your reputation and your conscience. Or I could go with 3 and settle that. Yeah, let's go with 3. Surely Bercha, whose ship you stole, deserves the money more than anyone. Hand over the gold so it can make it to a rightful owner. Again, fuck. This guy's an asshole. What the hell do I know? Reason. Default. Score points. Have an idea. Ah, it doesn't have anything. Now I see. Great.
You know, I reckon Bertia really didn't get a fair shake in all this, did she? Here, take the money and give it to her. Times are hard enough as they are.
Alright. Where? I have no idea. I have no idea where I could find the... Was it? The doctor. I haven't seen any place resemble. Maybe he's in that shack. Yeah, let's go to Bersha. Bunch of side quests. Where is she? This is the King Crab, isn't it? Bersha. Oh, she was here in the bazaar. I think she's here.
Source hunters, eh? Well, right proper, we're finally getting a hand. Things is chaos. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night like me dear plump Ogget, the finest in me herd.
How about your ship?
Oh, Ogget, you're rotten to the bone. Oh, me poor, sweet, plump girl. You've been wasted entirely. All that roast. All the mutton! Not even the sausage grinder will want her now. Give her here, will you? Me little mouldering darling. That louse! Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted every last morsel. Captain Aureus will have a thing or two to say about this.
Okay.
Let us see if you can choose the finest breed.
Tell Bercha. She went to tell Captain Norris. There is. Alright. Expedition, Undead Scourge, Headless Nick, I don't remember this. We found a play... Tried and true jokes. The fair owner Katrina. Well, I could tell the rest of the jokes. They pay good money. Okay, let's do that. Why not? Going to do a bunch of side quests. Maybe I can level up before going into the inn. Seems like a good idea. I need to refresh my memory on the jokes. Does she have the... Let's see. Check the elf.
Showman, show all of them.
Yeah.
Seal what you're made of.
Alright, let's try those two. I think I'm going to fail miserably at hookers.
What is it this time?
I would like to do a one-man show.
Don't let your head swell too much now. I may have quite enjoyed your last performance, but I'm not one to gush.
What? Would like to start my performance one more.
Oh, here we go again. Try not planning on playing to an empty audience.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
That narrator is very good. Quite enjoy her dramatic delivering of lines.
The stage is yours.
For 10 years, the elven wood priests in their monastery are allowed to erect their bows silence.
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
10 years go by.
There's an on-call.
Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back is already chuckling. She must have heard this one before.
10 years later.
The crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode.
Bravo!
A decade later.
Fantastic! Bravo!
That's it, Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. Now, take them on home.
Goodbye.
Bravo!
They like you. They really, really like you. Well done, Source Hunter.
Come applaud me.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Seal what you're made of. What is it this time?
What did you think?
Don't let your head swell too much now. I may have quite enjoyed your last performance, but I'm not one to gush. Katarina's given the go-ahead. Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your places. Oh, here. Not planning on playing to an empty...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
Okay. After this, I'm going to talk to everyone around here.
And I wanted to wait around.
The stage is yours.
Elf show.
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means. Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back is already chuckling. The crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode. That's it, Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. Now, take them on home. They like you. They really...
Alright.
What is it this time?
What did you think?
Don't let your head swell.
Okay, let's look to her.
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? Of course you...
Alright.
My word!
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew...
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in front of you. And look, there stands the world-famous Reginald the Entertainer. Better check it out if you don't want to miss the time of your life.
Come at yourself.
Oh, I'm nothing but your average man taking in the best show I've ever seen. I'm amazed and astounded that for a meager gold coin or two, I can take in this first-rate entertainment all day long.
He sounds like a Twitch fanboy. Same show all day? That seems like a bit much.
Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I'll just let my appreciation for Reggie's work be known, and he slips me a few gold coins in return. My voice happens to carry pretty far. Cecile hears me. Cecile wants to see what the fuss is all about. And let me tell you, this amazing show just can't be beat.
Ah, my crowd seems a little lackluster. Would you mind working your magic for my show?
Well, drawing a crowd's what I do best, and I'd be glad to do it for your little show. 100 gold up front, and yours will be the hottest ticket in Cecile.
Fantastic!
Fantastic! Creamy blues and
Why not?
98, 99, 100. Looks like all's in order, Chief. So, ready for a bigger crowd than you can shake a stick at? Stand back and watch this.
From a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself.
By the seven! What a tale!
I met Gallagher. He told us to... What? Alright, let's try the two-man show. See what happens.
What is it this time? Now, let's not make a scene. Oh, here. Not planning on playing to an empty...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
But if Gallagher is coming. That's a bunch more people than before. There he is. Let's begin.
The stage is yours.
Okay, I think this is it.
Good show!
Oh, I hope there's an encore!
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Simply marvelous!
Bravo!
Good show!
Oh,
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them.
Fantastic!
Bravo!
The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
Good show!
I hope there's an encore.
The crowd gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over.
There's an encore. Simply...
Gasps ring out across the audience. They must know how it ends. They simply must. The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale of desperation and hope, and they are alive with the thrill of it.
That was really something else. I'll never forget it. What is it this time? Now, let's not make a scene. I already told you you were not exactly terrible.
I have no idea what's going on.
Rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard
that's original.
that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds,
Original when?
ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
Fantastic!
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So
okay, I need to find out if this thing is a mage or what.
Across his realm. Fantastic! Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in front. Well, I've stumbled into... Oh, I'm nothing but your average man.
Fuck. Wonder if he will bring back... Maybe I need to do it with him.
Bravo! Bravo! Come all and see the amazing singing stars!
Fantastic!
What are you looking at me for? There's a great... Well, I've Oh, I'm not...
Fuck, I think I missed my chance.
My word!
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd.
What are you looking at me for? Well, I've stumbled into quite... Oh, I've...
From a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great...
My word!
Yeah, let's see. This dude will bring the crowds back.
What is it this time?
Today, I think, a king.
Don't let your head swell too much now. Oh, here we go again. Try. Not planning on playing.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
There we go.
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from... Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti... Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. It won't be the worst.
Alright.
The stage is yours.
Corbin funeral.
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means. Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest.
10
One
years
lady in the back is
later.
already chuckling. She must have heard this one before. The crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode.
Oh, I hope there's an encore.
Fantastic!
That's it, Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. Now, they like you. They really...
Alright, great. So two of them want to talk now.
What is it this time? Don't let your heads...
Alright. Let's link everyone up. And run. Let's have a little talk. To see what Reginald does.
Perhaps he's rolled beneath the stage. My gods, he's gone!
All right.
Stefan, I will never forget you.
All right. Stuck.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
I suppose it's your example that has inspired me to reach new heights. Should I say that? Callisto wouldn't say that. Yeah, let's go. It's easy enough to gain new strength when one is carrying an entire team on one's shoulders.
It's easy enough to gain new strength when one is carrying an entire team on one's shoulders.
Okay, I'm going with number 1.
Have no fear, my friend. I'm determined to prove my worth to you by our journey's end.
That did nothing. Alright, let's level up. Gain 1 point here. Why the hell can't I put more? What's the requirement? I don't understand. How do you get more points here? Going to... Sincerely, I'll get it. Craftsmanship. Lore Master, no nasty deeds. Well, I could go for nasty deeds. Seems like a waste.
Good day to you.
Lucky Charm damages your luck in finding extra treasure and improves your offense rate by 3. Charisma determines the first impression you make on other people and your talent for charm. Jesus. Yeah, this guy can improve many more stats. I have no idea why she can't. It's really insane. How the hell do I get level 2? Fuck me. I have no idea. Well, I can certainly increase his bartering. I'm sure I will find a rogue somewhere. Must be. Go increase his bartering. That's for sure. Reduces the chance to receive a status by 30%. That's even better. It's actually a good one. Ah. On a skill tab gives you 2 extra ability points to spend. Oh. Ability points. That means I don't have anything to spend them. Maybe some more. Avoid opportunists gives you backstab. Allows your character to backstab with daggers, knives, rudels, and rapiers. Don't plan to do that. Courageous grants you immunity to fear, but you can no longer flee. The mental affinity first the action points of a spell. Escapism allows you to flee even when enemies are right next to you. Far out man increases the range of a spell. I've started to resolve the effect of food. It's actually good because food grants. For example, it would heal me by 30%, give me twice. That's good actually. Oil decreases everyone's attitudes towards you by 20, but gives you 1 extra point intelligence. That would be something good for her. Stay. Alright. Everyone hates her. She smells like shit. It heals you when you're standing in blood. That's stupid. That stepper gives you a +2 perception bonus for detected traps and secrets. But that's actually really good. Lone Wolf can no longer have a companion. Receives 70% bonus to base vitality, 2 bonus to turn action points, and maximum action points, and extra ability. Okay, I care. Resurrected, you arrive with full health. My precious. Every time you hit or get hit, your gear has a 50% chance of not losing durability. Pack meal doubles the amount of weight you can carry. I don't even know what's my weight limit. Pet pal enables you to talk to animals. Addition gives you 2 bonus points in charisma, but you lose a point in intelligence. What the hell does intelligence? Offense rating with intelligence-based weaponry. I would love Callisto to be my main talking person, not Jokester the Magnificent. Science gives you a bonus in blacksmithing and crafting. Okay, walk it off. Reduces the duration of statuses that have. What a rush! Increases your turn action points and maximum action points by 2 when your vitality is below 30. Zombie lets you heal from poison, causes damage from regular heal. No thanks. I think I'm going with Night Stepper. I'm politician for her. Shield the specialist. It's ridiculous. Lucky charm. Could go with charisma and give her a bonus to charisma. Would make sense. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give her charisma and a bonus to charisma. Politician. I hope she can do it. I don't. She's more stupid, but far more. Yeah. Politician. Doesn't she have pet pun? She should. She's a fucking. But yeah, she should have pet pun, wouldn't she? She grew up with animals or something like that. Alright. There we go. That sounds good. At least I hope it is. She should have pet ball. I'll give it to her. Share little son. Alright, let's see what we can do with this talking head. Managed to sneak away with the head. Where the hell do I talk to it? Think she has it? Yeah.
Not here, not now. We'll be better off speaking in the privacy of the cellar. There are eyes and ears everywhere.
Where can I find Reginald's house?
You know the healer's clinic, don't you? What's his name? Theliron. Yes, behind Theliron's house of healing, along the cliffs, you'll find Reginald's sparse little shack. There I know we won't be overheard. He keeps a spare key right near the place in a pen guarded by a rather lonely little sheep. You can't miss the bugger.
Okay.
Not here, not now. It won't be the...
Alright, I remember. There is the sheep, the cliffs, is Tyrion's house of healing center there. Why didn't I enter that place before? Seems rather odd, doesn't it? I absolutely do not remember coming here.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence?
Eliron. Let's send her to the talking.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves. But, no matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Huh?
Tell me about you.
Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of Cicuta Douglasii on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
So, your apprentice has enjoyed success.
Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration.
A revolutionary healing method. Please elaborate.
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silver Glen to learn the truth myself.
This guy is mage, isn't he? Let's discuss her.
Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all.
Stuck outside seal.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Do you know anything about the murder?
The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know.
What can you tell me about the plague?
I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer to solving it. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Some events, Source Hunter, can be neither controlled nor understood by mere men.
Alright.
Which of you is more deserving of life?
Ooh.
Make your case.
100 gold for resurrection. I think I'm going. Thank you very much.
Anybody? Knowing that you care to plead for his very existence?
Can be ground into flour.
Anybody?
Need to keep one fish in her.
His very existence?
She sounds like a doctor. She sounds like a madman.
A mysterious healing stone? Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
Yes. That's quite right.
Troubled mind. Can't have gone too far.
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
The one that can give you.
This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant.
Come out, you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I.
Tell me about the patients.
What would you like to know?
Tell me about Boris.
One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away.
Tell me about Stephen.
Quite the venerable staple of Seal, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Seal is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family.
Tell me about the healing stone.
Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded. But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously.
Another resurrection scroll and a cheaper one. That. Going to get as many of those as I can.
Should we isolate enough that could make her worthy of such grave responsibilities?
Alright, I'm ready to make a decision.
You are? I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone?
But his life has just begun. I can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
Yes, Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has already enjoyed.
Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man. My heart breaks for the other.
That's the truth, sadly enough.
No, this is highly abnormal.
What the fuck?
This lightning!
Jesus Christ.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That
Fuck.
stone. Somehow it's just flying into the stars.
Jesus Christ. The hell is this place? Is this a Skyrim? Ah, fuck me in the ass. Well, at least the music doesn't suggest I'm in danger, but
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all!
who is this dude?
Now? The thrill that lasts a billion words!
Ah, fuck!
What's this? Two Rivellonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious!
He's a fucking gnome, isn't he? The end of space and time, are you mad?
Perhaps my newfound comrade, but that is hardly our chiefest concern. We stand on a tiny vestige of space and time, and the ground is fast shrinking beneath our feet. It's good you appeared, however you did it, precisely when and where you did, or you might have found yourself free floating in empty space.
Yes.
Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. 6X the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully all that is to be.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Attempting to avert disaster, of course. Attempting to prevent all that is from disappearing. Tell me, friend, when I mentioned that this place is the end of time, did your heart quicken and your stomach drop? If not, they should have.
Yes, I agree.
Time ought to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
Nim. No. How can time come to an end?
Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
I think that imp might be quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
I wonder if it's a black hole of some sort. Jesus, what's that? Fucking shit.
You saw? Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal! It's... The portal has become active! Fantastic! Astounding! Onward we should go!
What, he's going to travel with me? Going to take all this shit. So this is all that's left of the universe. A hobo's house with a big telescope. Some crazy ass dragon. Space dragon.
The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be? You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away.
Okay.
Those torches, a light! This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence.
Can we first discuss what we just witnessed through the looking lens?
Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well.
What? You believe we are somehow connected to this plane?
It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one.
A pattern of thoughts. What lies beyond this portal?
Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than...
hell.
But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain.
Through the portal.
After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side. You first, but don't dilly-dally.
Alright.
Yes, just as I'd hoped. There she is. There it is. Come, don't delay.
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
I am going to delete. So these are like an interdimensional time-space train station or something. the first guard. Guess everything will become active eventually. This is really fucking odd. Or inactive portals or kind of reminds me of the Inquisition thing. Base. When you travel to the future, you side with the mages.
I am the last chest, the last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
Okay.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
The narrator. She's an elf or something.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
Was a stone, a strange stone that sapped us from where we stood in Ireland to this plane among the stars.
A stone? So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
I have no idea, but yes, that's just what happened. Have you seen it before?
Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
Alright.
Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
And why the hell does he chronicle everything and she weaves the stuff? It doesn't make any sense. She's already chronicling the whole history by creating. Alright. So I guess this world believes in predestination.
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters, it would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
What is this Starstone exactly? Where does it come from?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost, even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Yes, I can. There are black holes, aren't there?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
Well, one would think that something that consumes time itself and frightens deities is the worst kind of magic. So, if stones can heal history, we must seek them out.
Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void.
So basically, the enemies in this game are nihilists. Great.
He's our most mysterious guest. Are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
Yes. Yes, I guess I will. Seems...
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon. And now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
We can't deny our reaction to a Starstone. There must be something to all this, mad as it may seem.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
Come, I've got something for you.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
But it's the truth. How can you deny? I'm sorry, but you cannot deny what's going on here. Don't have to be a romantic unless this is a drug-infused trip. I don't think how you can question the veracity of their claims. Well, that's really damaged.
So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
I think gods need things.
What will it be, Source Hunter? Do tell! The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
Aware of time, said our finding the Starstone helps her weave the tapestry once more. How is that possible?
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
I have questions.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
I'm supposed to search for the Starstone. Would be handy to know where to start looking. Well, obviously with the practitioner and the guy that gave her the stone, plus the orc worshippers or cultists.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist. Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the Tapestry of Time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world.
Okay.
Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent.
But didn't he say that he watched people securing Starstones? Procuring them and hiding them? I thought he said so. That there was a group of people actively searching and taking those things, so they couldn't mend time. I don't understand how Starstone and the Void Dragon are related.
Neither do I, but the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies. This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the Void. Now, isn't that a lovely mission?
You say you're an imp historian, but you seem more than either of those.
Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how much stress that void out there is causing me. The end of time. I'll be out of a job.
Real self-centered, aren't you?
So, Gather those star stones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not repeat what leads us to this dangerous precipice, but do better and close the dark eye of the void forever.
Don't you find it somewhat lonesome being the sole chronicler of time?
Lonesome observing the frontier of creation, surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore. Lonesome being privy to all that has been and all that is. Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind a bit of company now and then.
And now he has hair.
Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. I can hardly wait to pick her brain about the great battle of the sons of Sigurd. The last Rivalonian who remembers it died more than 7,000 years ago. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivalon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
Okay, let's talk to the Weaver. 6 has told you the secret waypoint travel. Use the Rift travel button to travel to any waypoint shrine you have discovered. Okay.
The Lady of Time, the Weaver of History. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Imp. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your all-encompassing chronicles. How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Please tell me about yourself.
In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions. The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault.
I don't understand. They seem to have the same job. To some extent. She creates... Does she create or chronicle? This is so crazy.
Except, it seems, you.
Complete madness. More questions.
Ask, and I shall answer.
Who are you?
I am the Weaver of Time, as I have told you. Though my existence is one that falls behind and yet far exceeds the verb, to be. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity.
That's what I've been saying. Why do they... Well, obviously an imp cannot create shit. They just chronicle. Okay, let's continue.
Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so? I do not know. Am the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell.
Why is the star stone so important? And why does it react to me and my colleague alone?
Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the tapestry. As yet.
Okay.
A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined. I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old.
This may sound silly, but aren't you lonely out here?
Oh, Hunter. I have no need for company. Like I have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need, and all I am, is time. And time is running out, unless you remedy its decline. And yet, I do enjoy your companionship. For you may prove to become the cure that will heal my slipping soul.
Okay, if I understand it correctly, I'm not to feature in the canvas of time.
Quite so. Your absence, it should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection. A blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed.
I've heard this place called the end of time. Is that what it is? No more, no less.
What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the star stones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be, is the end of ends. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
How can I redeem time if I just say I'm not even part of it?
I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer held possible. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here, at the end of time, and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars, they place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time. New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time. These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
Okay, and that's it for today, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time when we shall start seeking those starstones. Until then, have a good day. Bye.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are of us. Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.